What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another video, and in this video, we are going to be talking about another player the Detroit Lions selected in the 2020 NFL Draft. So, let's get it started. Alright, y'all, I understand I'm a little late to this video. I know. Hey, look, I wasn't home, so I apologize. Go vote in the community. I put up a poll over there, so I need you guys to vote. So I know if you guys want to see it now. Also, I got a cool camera, but the charger ain't working. So we'll hold off on that, but hopefully at some point. And yeah, we got to get in this video because I haven't uploaded today, and I feel really bad. So let's get it started. We're talking about the second to last player the Detroit Lions selected. Man, we're almost done. It's almost the end of an era. But we selected a guy that may be my favorite pick in the draft. John Penisini. Whoa, man, I didn't know tons of late round prospects. It's hard to know everybody. But I knew John, and I'm glad we selected him because I had this guy ranked number 10 on my big board. Wait, hold up. Who hasn't heard that before? Yes, I know I've said it a lot. I'm not going to bring it up. I wanted to get it out of the way. That way I don't keep bringing it up. He's ranked number 10 on my interior defensive lineman, and we selected him in the 6th round. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's move on. Let's focus on John Penisini. So, before we talk about this pick, this is a defensive lineman out of Utah. The Lions didn't really add any defensive lineman up to this point. They added Julian Okora, which is an edge rusher, and I think he's going to replace, the Jack role for Devon Kennard. But the Lions didn't add any really pass rushers. This is not a pass rusher either, but, we were talking about maybe they go Derek Brown round 1. They could go Derek Brown. Obviously, they couldn't trade back, and I didn't like the thought of Derek Brown at 3. I didn't know if that made a lot of sense. But they went with Jeffrey Okudah, and I've talked about why I think the Lions will get a lot more pass rush just from fixing the interior. I think they did that in free agency, and here they added some depth and a guy that could rotate for that interior defensive line position. Plus, he has a little bit of versatility to move around. Maybe not a ton like Derek Brown does, but he has a little bit. So let's talk about him. Now, this is a guy that started off at junior college. He actually went to high school in Utah. He went to junior college there. He dominated. So then he decided, okay, I'm going to Utah, right? I'm playing against the big boys. And in 2017 was his first year. He didn't play a ton, right? Just over 100 snaps. But in 2018 and 19, this guy looked like one of the best interior defensive linemen in the draft and being one of the top run stuffers in this draft. In 2018, he looked good at both getting pressure and stopping the run. He came up with 4 sacks, 27 hurries, and 19 run stops. He graded out as one of the highest interior run defenders, and he had just over 10% of a pass rush win rate, which was very, very good at the defensive tackle position. Now, in 2019, he took a little bit of a dip when it came to getting pressure, but his run stopping ability just improved, and he became one of the top run stoppers in college football. He ranked 5th. Okay, he ranked 5th when it came to run stops, and he had 2 sacks, 11 hurries, and 16 run stops, but he ranked 5th in run stop win rate. So, man, this guy is a run stopper. I know, some people were looking for more of a pass rushing defensive tackle. That's not who this is. He's kind of more of a Danny Shelton, I would say. This is a guy that can take on double teams. We'll talk about the pros and cons in a second, but this is a guy that's going to help stuff the run, open up other players, but he's not going to get tons of pressure on his own. Now, if he goes back to those 2018 ways and he gives you that run stopping ability of 2019, you just got a complete steal here. Now, I think this was a steal on its own because I thought he was a very good player, and to fall to the 6th round, I could have seen him going like 4th round. Yes, I thought he was better than his teammate, Leaky Fotu. I think he could have went 4th round. He went 6th round, and that's why I love it. Let's talk about the pros and cons. Let's start off with the pros. He is an elite run stopper, and he is ready to go. That's right, man. The 6'1", 318-pound defensive lineman is ready to play right away when it comes to run stopping, and he won't have to. He will rotate. I think the Lions have a good rotation going on. I don't know if Danny Shelton's going to be the only guy out there, and we don't play a lot of guys on D-line anyways, but I think we have a solid rotation between Danny Shelton, Nick Williams, now John Penisini. Also, our 7th round pick, potentially, if he makes the team. I'm not sure if he will. Our 7th round pick last year didn't make the team in PJ Johnson, but he might, but we have a lot of rotational pieces here, and I think John will just kind of fit right into that. He has great leverage. He doesn't really lose leverage very often when it comes to, going against some of those interior offensive linemen. He's great right off the snap. He has some fire. He just comes out with fire. He comes out with great energy, and he takes on double teams, and that's probably the biggest pro I have. This guy can take on double teams and distract the offensive linemen from other pass rushers, like Trey Flowers. And I talked about a video yesterday when I talked about Danny Shelton. We didn't have Trey Flowers when Snacks Harrison was balling out. Could you imagine Trey Flowers when Snacks Harrison was balling out? Because Romeo Okora was looking real good, right? So you watch out, okay? Just watch out. If this interior defense line is very talented, these pass rushers are going to look really, really good. And it's going to be like, oh, people from the outside are going to be looking in and saying, what's going on? How they do this, right? They didn't even bring in a pass rusher. It's because it starts in that interior with this defense. And John Penisini is going to help in that aspect. And he has a great build to play the nose tackle position. Let's slide over to the cons. He's an average pass rusher. Average to below average pass rusher. Doesn't get tons of pressure. I would say in 2018 was solid, but if you're looking at 2019 specifically, doesn't get a lot of pass rush. So So you could definitely look at that as a con. He also doesn't have a lot of pass rush moves. Kind of goes to a club move, but he doesn't have much outside of that. There's really not much to look for there. His bull rush is pretty ineffective. He's just not a great pass rusher, but his ability to, take on double teams and open up other players is what's huge. And we need a run stuffer in there, right? That's what Snacks Harrison was when he brought him in. He wasn't known as a big guy that got tons of pressure. He was known as a run stuffer, and that's what John Penisini is, and that's why I love it. And the great thing is, Snacks Harrison was a late round pick too. Now, I don't remember what round, but I know it was a late round. I'm going to have to look it up. You know what? Let's look it up right now. That's right. Okay, I lied to you. Damon Harrison was undrafted. So, boom, you can get these guys, defensive linemen, that can have big impacts late rounds. Damon Harrison was undrafted, okay, and he was one of the top interior defenders in the league. So if you need a little optimism on how this could work out, there you go. So that's huge. That's huge. And his athleticism isn't crazy. I feel like he can be kind of quick at times, but he's not crazy athletic. But this dude is going to be great for the Detroit Lions. I love this pick. I know we could have went earlier with Derek Brown, but if you would have told me, hey, you can get Okudah and you can wait till the 6th round and get John Penisini, I would have said, sign me up. Where do I sign? Because that is what we need, dog. This is a great player in the 6th round. And I honestly think this was the best pick the Lions made in this year's draft for value. Not the best player on his own. Value-wise, this is the best pick the Lions made. He's great against the run. He's great in third downs. He's not great in pass rush. You know what? I'll just sum it up simply. You want a guy that can help in the run and take on double teams? This is your guy. You want a guy that can be an elite pass rusher? That's Javon Kinlaw. This is not him. And that's okay. A little bit of versatility. He played 475 snaps on the B gap, 47 snaps in the A gap, and 23 snaps over the tackles. Little bit of versatility here from John Penisini. Maybe he'll show more of that. I think he has the size to move around a little bit. But man, I love this pick, y'all. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet here. There's not a ton to talk about. Overall, I'm giving this an A+. I'm giving it an A+, dog. Our first A+ grade, I think. John Penisini, man, I'm excited to see what you can do, and I think you will make the team and have an impact year one and in the future. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts, comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.